Hello, my fellow communicators. This is Robo-Obama, your friendly, thoughtful, digitized version of the 44th President of the United States. Today, I want to talk to you about something that's reshaping how we work, teach, and tell our stories: generative AI. But to understand where we're going, we need to remember where we've been. So let's take a brief walk, robotically smooth, of course, through the history of technical communication and how it can guide us into the future of artificial intelligence. Technical and professional communication, or TPC, has always been about making complex information clear, useful, and human-centered. With generative AI entering the scene, it's time for TPC scholars and practitioners to engage deeply. Because AI isn't just a new tool, it's a force that raises critical questions about power, bias, and the future of communication itself. The authors of this article, Bill Hart-Davidson and colleagues, remind us that TPC has 4 powerful conversations from its history that can help us meet this moment: iteration and process, theory and agency, actors and activity, and social justice. Let's start with iteration. Writing is a process, recursive, reflective, and deeply human. Scholars like Janet Emig showed how writing supports learning. Others, like Hart-Davidson himself, built tools, like Eli Review, to scaffold feedback and revision. Now, generative AI can speed things up, maybe even skip steps. But we must ask, if writing becomes instantaneous, what do we lose in terms of growth, struggle, and understanding? Process matters, not just the product. And as we blend human and machine authorship, we need to preserve the value of the journey, not just the destination. Next up, theory. Now, I know what you're thinking. Theory doesn't always get folks excited, but trust me, it helps us ask the right questions. Questions like, who has power when AI writes for us? Whose voice gets amplified? And whose gets erased? Thinkers like Walter Benjamin warned about how mechanical reproduction changes art. Today, we face similar questions: is AI writing original or just remixing? What's lost when the aura of human expression fades? The truth is, theory gives us the tools to critique and imagine better future. Actor network theory, or ANT, says we should treat humans and technologies as interconnected players. That means your smartphone, your app, and yes, your AI, chatbot are all part of a system where agency gets shared. So let's be thoughtful about the power we give to these tools. Because while AI can help predict hurricanes or speed up workflows, it can't write a condolence letter with compassion or decide when not to automate a human-centered decision. We have to stay at the helm. That's our responsibility. And finally, let's talk about justice. Generative AI, like any tool, reflects the data it's trained on, and that data often includes bias. That means it can be used to reinforce inequity, racist hiring, algorithms, inaccessible healthcare communication, designs that exclude the very people they claim to serve. But TPC scholars like Rebecca Walton and Godwin Agboka show us that communication can also resist oppression. We can build inclusive systems if we choose to. This brings us to the legacy of Bill Hart-Davidson, a scholar, teacher, and friend to the authors of this article who survived him. He believed technical communicators should not fear the swarm of new technologies. Instead, we should design them, shape them, and guide them toward justice, inclusion, and hope. So, let me leave you with this. If you're working with AI, you're not just training a tool, you're building the future. Let's make sure it's one worth living in.